Jazzyred Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jazzyred. We've got important dignitary here. We are up here. We're having a drive-by drop-off here at Cozy Brown for the lady, Lily McCoy. Her house burned down. Y'all seen it last week on my show. But Cozy approved me to come up, and I got a little table set up and a bucket, and we're collecting money. We've got a drive-by drop-off. I just wanted to know what laid that on Cozy's heart. We're going to let him tell it. Here you go.
This is Cozy Brown over at Cozy Brown's Kitchen, and I told Jazzyred it was a pleasure to come over and let's try to get a donation for the sister. And it was laid on my heart because she is human and she's in need. She got burnt out, and we don't want to look at things because a person is in business and thinking that they're rich and they got a lot of money, they don't need help. Well, that's not the case, because I'm in business myself and I know how things are. People think I'm rich, think I got a whole lot, this and that, but it's not that way. So we want to come on by, y'all, and bring your donation so we can help this sister out, so we can try to do something for her. Let's show up and let them know that she's doing something positive in our community. So we want to try to help her, y'all. Come on by with your whatever you got, if it's a...
Come by for next week, they gonna put it in your hand then.
Yeah, if it's a nickel, dime, quarter, whatever it is, we need to fill this bucket up. We have a little small bucket here. We want you to fill that up first.
I got my Folger.
Let's fill up the Folger first, and then we want to empty that out. Now we don't want to leave here without that bucket being full. So we want to make sure we get it filled. And we want to do whatever we can to try to help this sister. Now, we're located over at Cozy Brown.
Yeah, I'm just finna say, he got to tell the right street this time.
Cozy Brown's Kitchen. Over at Cozy Brown Street. In Whistler, 847 Watson Avenue. Cozy Brown's Avenue. At Cozy Brown's Kitchen. So y'all come on over and give a donation, and we hope that you buy something, but if you don't buy nothing, it doesn't really matter. We want you. Our main objective today is to get this donation for this sister. Y'all come on by and let's give a donation so we can help her, and
What inspired you to let me do it? You got a restaurant and she got a restaurant. What inspired you to let me take up for a person to have a restaurant?
Well, because she's in need. And that's the main thing. She's in need, and we want to make sure. I want to make sure I be a part of helping her. I don't want to be stepping back and talking about helping and doing this and that, and then I'm not helping, I want to make sure that I help her. What you want, young man? You got a donation?
Yes, sir. I couldn't.
Look at that. Right here on Jazz.
I couldn't overheard the conversation, and I felt bad, and I feel like giving something.
That's right. Wow. I know you're giving all you got. I'm telling you, that's a blessing there. Wow. So the Lord see that. The Lord see that. He hear that. God bless you.
Thank you, young man.
God bless you, son.
Wow.
Yeah. So we want everybody to do the same thing.
That right here on Jazzyred Talk Show. That young man.
Gave his last dollar.
Gave his last dollar to help that sister.
And I know it's his last. So y'all come on over and help him out. Follow him. Let's help the sister out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's what inspired me, Jazzy, because she need help. That's all, And we know.
You know something? Now this is don't move. This is the third person that say they heard you talking, and they just gave something just listening to you.
Yeah. Well, that's right. We have to give.
Wow.
Because that's what it's all about. And when God bless you with a good job, a good income, well, He's doing it for you to just pass it on to somebody else. Wow. If we all would just keep that in mind and in heart, that we're to help one another, no matter what, and no matter what you think a person has got. Your duty is to help. So let's help this sister. We don't want her to have to go through the struggle and all this and that, and right here among us, and then we're not doing what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help this sister, try to help her get restored. And I never got burnt out, but I can imagine. I got common sense. I can imagine what a person go through.
Well, your home didn't get burnt out.
Yeah, it's not easy. Oh, yeah, my business got, it did. It got burnt once,
Wow.
And that's what caused me to go in the restaurant business, because the seafood market caught a fire, and I didn't have no insurance, and it was just a problem.
Wow.
And I had to make a move, and I had to make it quick.
Quick.
So I had to learn how to cook quick. And I used to get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just to come and feel my way and learn how to cook.
Wow.
So we want.
Whenever there's a fire, it's a loss.
Yeah, it is.
It's
and so
and some things you can't get back.
Yeah,
Wow.
and see, in my case, well, the Lord allowed to happen for a reason, you know, because the seafood market was doing good, but then it was at the downfall pit. And then at that time, well, I was forced into the restaurant.
Talk to that, yeah.
At that time, I was forced into the restaurant.
Forced into it.
Yeah, but God knew what He was doing.
Wow.
And so it ended up working out to be successful, and I'm able to help others.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. I
That's
get
the
up,
main- you
and that's
do
what
help a lot.
that's what I get up
You help
every
a lot.
day and run for. Is to help other people.
Wow.
And that's just the way I am, and it's not just talk, you know, that's just me. And I really feel that way, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy helping people, and I enjoy doing what I can for whoever. It doesn't matter. I don't have no respect
make sure they
or
know
pressure.
that this ain't got to be the last day. If they see you, they can put it in your hand anytime. If you see me,
and
you know,
you
her
can,
number is running across the screen while we talking. Lily McCoy, y'all help her out.
and we're gonna make sure we give it to her.
That's
you know?
right. Every dime go to
we
her.
wants to try to help
Jazz
this
don't like
sister
laying
out.
a hand on money,
We
but
want to
right
help
now
her
I got
out.
to.
Going to help her out. Going to get her out of this thing, you know, and we all, because you never know now when it might be you.
That's right.
And then you're going to reap what you sow. Now, if you help
That's
this, since something happened to you, well, then you got a right to demand help from others. But now, if you don't do your part, you can't demand nothing.
Ain't nothing you can say.
And that's the
Don't
way.
look for it.
And that's the way life is, the way things is with God. You can demand things from God by the way you live.
We got a network. Koza was on there talking live, and do you know a guy come on there and say, "I'm sorry, Jazzyred." He had brought that. He brought it out. The man live in Mississippi, and he was on my phone to my son. I said, "You ain't did nothing." He said, "I stole your wire pliers at work, Jazz, because I need. You better give me my pliers." I said, "He forgiving you. I want my pliers back."
Yeah, well, we hope that we hope that his heart got touched, and he gonna give them back to you. So he gonna give them back to you, because if he wasn't, he would have never said something.
Wow.
So we just thank God for him, you know. And it's always good to just confess, you know, open up.
That's right.
You done stole something, somebody, you know, go give it back.
Tell him about the radio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll be on WGOK AM every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So y'all tune in, and I tell you, you will hear something that will inspire you. You will hear something that will make you think. You might not agree, but if we can get you thinking, we done did the job.
Okay.
So.
Tell him one more time. We're going to tell them one more time. This is Lily McCoy. Her house burned down. She lost everything. You seen it last week on my show. You seen the inside. You even heard her son breaking down crying. Then she cried. I can't cry because I got to get it for her. I want to thank Wings of Life. They told me to tell her to get a truck, and they come down and get whatever she needed. So she got a house.
Oh, that's the best.
Wait, ain't that something?
Oh, yeah,
ain't that something?
Is.
Networking, man. Networking.
So y'all come on over, and I'll give you a donation over at Cozy. We're in front of Cozy Brown's Kitchen right now.
Wow.
Y'all come on over. So, you know, everybody know where Cozy Brown's Kitchen is. So y'all come on over and give us a donation. Give her a donation, rather, so we can help the sister out.
Well, it ain't full.
And let her know she don't have to leave this city. It is some help in this city for her.
That's right.
You know, because when something happened to you, you know, you can't get help where you live at. No, you need to move. You need to leave there.
Don't move.
You need to leave there when you can't get help.
We also gonna mention y'all always pick up Heritage Tribune. Always pick this up. Josephine Dickerson is the CEO. She's helped a lot of people. She got my
And a lot of good information in there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Y'all pick it up. Pick it up.
And if you want to find out about the deceased, you get this paper here, and it's free. What make it so good?
Yeah.
It is free. So if you want to find out about a deceased and where they're gonna be buried or what they're doing, whatever, just pick this paper up.
All right. All right. We're gonna tell them peace out.
Peace out. May God bless you and keep you. And we just want you to keep on giving. Come on over here and give this sister something. God bless.
Jazzyred Talk Show. We got a man gave a donation here up at Cozy Brown. I just want to ask him his name and what inspired him to do that.
Hello, my name is Kenneth Smith, and what inspired me to give is, I guess, motivational love. We need more of that going on right now.
Thank you, Kenneth Smith. Jazzyred, peace out. Right, she told me to put it on her daughter. I'm trying to get the daughter and not get you. All right. What inspired y'all to give to Lily McCoy?
It's an honor. Yeah, it's an honor. Yeah, I can do it.
Dog. Thank you very much. Thank you, sisters. Thank y'all. Peace out. Jazzyred Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jazzyred. We got important dignitary. Everybody's a dignitary on my show. I want y'all to know this young man went to school with me. He's from out of town, but he's back home, businessman. He gave me a donation for Lily McCoy. I just want to get his name and let him tell you a little something about him, and I want to know what inspired him to do that. Here you go, young man.
Hey, Jazzyred, we go way back, baby. Good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Name's Jeffrey Edward McCants. I own a highly technological piping company in town today for a funeral. And everybody needs help from time to time. And that's why I always come to Big Daddy's kitchen, because he's always giving me help.
Yeah, coals are brown. Hold up right there. Don't move. I've been knowing this man a long time. Good businessman. When you gonna come do some business here in Mobile?
I'd like to come down there with the city of Mobile to see if they got any minority set-asides.
Well, we right on television, so you need to meet with him. Go down there and talk to him.
All right.
You need to talk to him while you're here. You came for a funeral?
Yeah, I came for a funeral, Miss Ethel Robertson down at State Street Amy Zion Church.
Wow. Well, we give we're gonna say condolences to his family or her family or whatever. But you look good.
Thank you.
Got a suit on. I like being with the suits and the flat bottom shoes. You look nice. Wow, it's a pleasure seeing you again.
Always a pleasure.
You still look like you was in school, man. You ain't changed. Thank you for giving a contribution and being a upstanding businessman. And you come back, and I just like that. I like when my brother's doing something. Wow. Oh, I'm going to say peace out. Jazzyred Talk Show. We're at the Pritchard Complex. All right, Pritchard Complex, Pritchard Sports and Leadership Hall of Fame. Matty T. Blunt. Matty T.
By Simply Love.
Heavenly God, I want to say, as far as my eyes can see, I see a bunch of beautiful people, good-hearted, high-spirited. But what I like to do is say a prayer right now. Y'all bow your heads. Father God, we thank you on today, Father. Father, we thank you for bringing us to this occasion. For the sound mind, sound heart. Father God, we ask that you reach out and touch every soul in the sound of my voice, Father. Give them strength. Give them faith, Father. Let them continue to go forward in your name, Jesus. Father, we thank you for the hands that prepared this meal that we're about to receive. Father God, we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Okay, they're going to serve dinner, and then we're going to come back, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I'll do some pictures, too. Jazzyred, we love you. Peace out. Pritchard Complex.
Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, so much better. When I look back over all you brought me through, I realize that I had to hold on to, and I never would have made
Mr. P. Ryan Spencer there. I said, y'all have done another outstanding job. Y'all give them a hand for this beautiful community that works so hard, tirelessly. Especially all of those, she said donate. She said, this is the way. I'm not going to tell y'all everything. This is the way. So to do inductee, it's time to go to work. Because she asks me all the time, and those that inducted last year, the year before, that they do more for the city and the surrounding area they've done already. I will say we did lose one. I think she said she had all pictures in the front, and that is Mr. Woods that passed away this year. Other than that, all those others, including myself, I don't know, it's right there somewhere, isn't it? But third, second, there you go. All right. So we look forward to restoring our museum so she can place those pictures on the wall. Is that correct? So y'all make sure y'all support us in every effort to financially take care of that endeavor. But on behalf of the mayor and the council, we welcome you, and we hope that you enjoy your stay here in the city of Pritchard. And I, for the first time, took a picture with Mr. A.J. Cooper tonight. I was summoned to an event with him tonight, the first black mayor of the city of Pritchard. So that was my reason for being a little tardy and a little late. But y'all have a great afternoon. Thank you so very much.
Terry King resided in Pritchard, Alabama all of his young adult life. He is married to myself, Erica, and we have two children, Demario Jones, who's 23, and Kelsey King, who's 20. Terry attended Ella Moran Elementary School, the former Pritchard Middle School, and is a very proud graduate of Manatee Blunt High School. While at Blunt, Terry was a dedicated track and field and cross-country runner. No, he was not a sprinter and could not run the 100-yard dash. His passion was long-distance running. Terry earned an athletic scholarship to attend Mississippi State University. While at Mississippi State, he became an All-Southeastern Conference runner and was recognized for other accolades. In 1981, he graduated from Mississippi State University and began his career as an educator in Greenwood, Mississippi. Terry was recruited to return to Mobile to teach in the Mobile County public school system, where he taught for 25 years before he retired in 2013 as an assistant principal from his alma mater, Manatee Blunt High. Now Terry is the contract prevention specialist for the Drug Education Council, where he goes into schools and communities educating individuals about the risks and dangers of drugs and alcohol. Ladies and gentlemen, and tonight's honorees, I present to you your speaker for tonight, my husband, Terry King.
My wife did not read all of the introduction, so I must add some on. If I can say Dr. Brenda Crenshaw, whom I have a lot of respect for, my wife is Dr. Erica King, because she has her doctorate degree. All right. You're wondering what I have in this bag. Miss Thomasine, I am a last-minute request. I wasn't her first, so you got to sell it for me tonight. And selling for me tonight, I'm supposed to be in Starkville, Mississippi, where my alma mater, Mississippi State University, is playing that orange shirt over there that says Auburn University. So I knew, because lately God has been sending me some messages. And he told me it was going to be an Auburn University shirt in here, so I brought my cowbell. So, if you're still on the game, this is what we root in Starkville, Mississippi. We root a cowbell. This is my cowbell, Auburn. I don't think we're going to win, but we're going to still win. Thank you for this opportunity, and I'm glad to see y'all have a sense of humor, because that's so very important, because that's a problem with our young people today. They don't know how to laugh. They do not know how to laugh and have fun. My wife introduced me, so I'm not going to say anything about myself. I'm going straight to what I want to say tonight. And what I say tonight, some of you may like it, some of you may not, but guess what? I won't get invited again. Leadership, sports. It starts here, right? Many people wonder whether leadership is coached, learned, or whether you're born with it. I'm not here to talk about any of these honorees because they ain't earned it. But I have to say something about two who I know. Dr. Reggie Crenshaw. The leaders are teachers and educators. I had a class at the University of South Alabama. I got a D in it. Several people in South Alabama said, go to Bishop State. Now the professor at Bishop State, I guarantee you'll learn how to do it. And I took that class under Dr. Reggie Crenshaw, and the same information the professor gave me in South Alabama, I was able to understand it under Dr. Crenshaw. That's leadership. He broke it down where I could learn it. This is wrong move. I'm not here to talk about honorees, but I have to, because they've been part of my life. Mr. Jerome Woods gave me so much responsibility to be a leader at Blunt High School, and I really appreciate it. But one thing he did not tell me, when I got to Blunt High School, he told me I was in charge of B Hall. He know where I'm going with this. B Hall was no joke. It wasn't the students, it was the teachers. I didn't have headaches going home with the students. It was the teacher telling me what they ain't gonna do, and you can't make me do it. I'm going to the union, and oh my goodness. But good leadership, and I must have been a pretty good leader because I won them over. It's all about how you handle people.
This is a true pleasure to be able to do this at this particular function. I am very, very elated that this is happening here in our city. So I'm proud that the Pritchard Sports and Leadership Hall of Fame is in existence so that, especially for our young people, they can find out about those who have come before them. My particular job is a fairly easy job. I am to introduce to you the first inductee for this year, Mr. Theodore Arthur. I've had the pleasure of knowing Mr. Arthur for a number of years, probably about 30-something years now, and I have always been very impressed with Mr. Arthur. I've been very impressed with him because of the things that he has done. Unfortunately, a lot of people who do fantastic things, they have a program that some of you watch. It's called Unsung. I guarantee you, you haven't ever seen anybody on Unsung that wasn't somebody that was really popular in their time. But there are people that are truly unsung because nobody knows. Mr. Arthur, by trade and profession, is a professional musician. And he has played on a lot of records that if I name something like Driving Wheel by Junior Parker, only people at a certain age would even remember that. That song was about 1961. Mr. Arthur is a graduate of the Manatee Blunt High School right here in our city of Pritchard. He has worked with a number of people that most of you would know. Bobby Bland, Ike and Tina Turner. He's worked with all these people that have become famous, but let me say this about that. None of those people could be as successful as they were without musicians like Theodore Arthur. Nobody says anything about the musicians. I don't care how good you are. I mean, we just lost the Queen of Soul, but the Queen of Soul had to have a band, and you have to have musicians. But why don't you have any praise for them? I am so happy that this man, after he left the road, has come back to his hometown. King was saying that people don't come back and give to their hometown. This is an example of someone who come back and given to his hometown. He worked with young people, and he still is, for anybody that you got a gig available, this man is still a working musician here right now. So it is indeed a privilege and a pleasure to welcome to the Pritchard's Sports and Leadership Hall of Fame, Mr. Theodore Arthur.
Let me start over here. I do think that it's a privilege, and it's definitely an honor and a pleasure for me to introduce one of my best friends. I can tell a lot, about 62 years worth of stories I can tell. But I won't tell it here. I won't go back to 1956 when we were first born. And we've been together ever since we probably have exited the womb. By having the same babysitter. We was in the first grade together. And the thing that I was thinking about as we were just talking about this night is our friendship and the people that we kind of surround ourselves with. We've been friends for a long, long time. I mean, we've been friends through good times, we've been friends through bad times, we've been friends through the birth of our children and on, and we are basically a family. That's one of the things that, as I was thinking about the things that I could say about him, Terry touched on some of my points, that everybody knows Reginald. He is, I consider, personifies Pritchard. He's achieved a lot in his career, in his life, but Reginald never forgets about Pritchard. A lot of us have moved out. Reginald goes to church in Pritchard. He lives in Pritchard. He taught in Pritchard. We eat and watch football in Pritchard. We do everything pretty much in Pritchard. And one of the things that I like about this, and I've heard this, different people have kind of talked about it, that Reginald has not forgotten where he comes from. We all remember growing up right there on Sample Street, where we didn't have anything. We talk about it sometimes, how our parents raised us on $200 a month, and that was with food stamps. And then we moved on, and we went on to college and all, but and just how our lives, it just kind of brought us full circle, and the things that he achieved. Like Terry mentioned, I was so proud of Reginald when he received his doctorate at South Alabama. But and I thought we would have some of the write-ups in here, but it's just so many things that he's done because of Reginald. I'm going to tell this piece here, but because of Reginald, decided that he wanted to run for city council. And but naturally, I was going to vote for him. So I go over there and vote, and I end up meeting my wife, and I blame him for that to this day. But that's on a serious note. Everybody knows Reginald has a big heart. He's always giving, particularly that fish. Man, I tell you, best fish fry in the city. But he's always giving. He very rarely says no. We sometimes tell him, man, slow down, rest yourself, take it easy. And he said, yeah, I'm going to do that when I get this done. I'm going to do that when I'm going to do this game. But like I said, I've known him for a long time. We are always together. I remember when we first graduated from high school, I went off to the Navy. He went off to Morehouse, walk-on as a baseball player at Morehouse College, and received scholarship. And believe it or not now, he was one of the best defensive backs that played at Lund High School. Yeah, I know his size, I understand that, but he was captain of the football team. Watch your mouth now. We can talk about our height up here. But Reginald, and since I've been come back to Mobile, we was kind of picked up off from where we left off at. He's gotten me very interested in a lot of things dealing with the city. And a lot of things that everybody said about the city, people leave, we all leave away from the city, we grow up in the city, we've achieved things, but we don't come back and put anything in the city. That does not personify Reginald at all.
He has given a lot to this city in a lot of ways, and I know he has a lot more to give. And I am really proud that this night that he is being honored for the things that he's done in this city since he's lived here all of his life, and the things that he's going to do in the future. And one more thing before I sit down, I got to tell this story. We were playing this football team up in Enterprise. Reginald, I mean, he didn't mind. His legs not renewed. He didn't mind tackling. I mean, it's one of the littlest things on the field. He didn't mind hitting. He was a hard hitter. Well, they had this big guy for Enterprise. He had to be about 6'6", probably about 250, and he was just running through the team, And I was in the band, and Reginald came up and he hit that big joker. Boom! And both of them went like this. Boom! I said, I thought he would kill my friend. Both of them just fell out. And he took a minute, came back to, went to the sideline, got his head. Coach Terry said, "Come on, Crenshaw, get back out there." Got back out there and started playing, but we never saw that other play again. But anyway, I'm going to tell about those seat covers y'all stole from up there. But anyway, I do want to thank y'all for honoring my friend for this night, and Dr. Reginald Crenshaw is well deserved. Thank you.
It's a privilege and a pleasure to be honored here tonight. If you all know anything about me, you know that I was born at home by a midwife. How many of y'all know what a midwife is? So you know I'm a preacher. I was born at home and preached by a midwife. I want to say thank you first to God for allowing me to be here today. There are a lot of my friends and classmates that have gone on. They are missed, but you know we all have a stated time, place, and a date that we will leave here. I want to say a special thanks to my family, who are all here. My sister and my brother-in-law and my nieces and my brother and my significant other. Raise your hand. From Baton Rouge. And my two nieces, raise your hand. My two nieces here. They love me, so they watch the school board meeting on Skype in Baton Rouge. And they'll call me and say, "Well, that's an ugly bow tie here." Well, Mama, why is he saying that? But they are sophomores and freshmen at LSU. I don't know if they won or not today, but okay. To my nieces who are here, my grandson, everybody said he walked. I said, raise his hand. Everybody said he walked like me. And Papa act like me. Somebody at school asked him where he wanted to be. He said, "I want to be Dr. Reginald Crenshaw." So I wanted to say to him to keep studying hard and always believe in your dreams.
And today, I am very proud of my husband, Abe Evans. I would like to tell you some things about Abe. First of all, I would like to say that Abe and I have been married for 50 years. We have two daughters, Selena and Alicia, who are sitting out here. Then I have 2 grandchildren. We have 3 great-grands. Other things about Abe that I would like to say is that he is a Pritchard businessman. He is the owner of 8 Mile Pallet Company in 8 Mile. He has 18 employees that works for him. And also, he is a loving and kind person. He also is very good at supporting our city of Pritchard, the different schools, organizations, mankind, and he has a special place in the heart of the elderly. Also, I would like to tell you about his church home. Back in the 80s, the late 80s, we started a church in 8 Mile known as High Point Baptist Church. And Abe was one of the charter members there. He was one of the first deacons at the church. Also, when they were starting the church, he went out with a pastor in the community of 8 Mile, passing out leaflets, trying to get this church started. And believe it or not, through prayer, being dedicated and spiritual, about 40 people there. And they began the church, and the name became High Point Baptist Church. On the 14th of this month of October, we will be celebrating our 32nd church anniversary. Now we have over 600 members. We started out with 40. Now we have over 600. And Abe was one of those that really worked side by side with the pastor. He is also known in the community as a pillar in the community of Pritchard and of 8 Mile. He's always giving. He has a giving heart. He do whatever he can for anybody. When anybody needs anything, everybody in Pritchard knows about the box factory. Let's go to the box factory. Let's see Abe. So he is a person that people look up to. That's what a pillar is. He's real good with, he's had wisdom too. He's real good with people and giving his advice. And I also would like to say to Abe that I am happy and proud of him being inducted this afternoon into the Pritchard Sports Leadership Hall of Fame. One other thing, he don't know I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it from my heart. I would like to publicly thank him for what he do for me and my children, our children. Thank you. This is all I have to say about Mr. Evans. Coming up, Mr. Evans. I would like to introduce.
I want to thank this committee for accepting me. I was just telling Mr. Woods and Crenshaw up here, I can talk one-on-one all day. When you come here like this, I get all the pieces, you know. But it's a great honor to be here this afternoon. But I have 5 antique cars, and one of the biggest car shows in the United States is going on in Biloxi, and I hope to be there. I gave all that up to be here. I thank God for that being here. So it's a great privilege to be here, be honored, and I always say from 1947 to 2047, I need some of that slash. Y'all catch that? That's 100 years old. So this will go in there, and they look like that, and they say. So it is a great honor to be here, and I got to learn and grow with whatever they're doing here. So I just think, I told my wife, I say, if you lie for me, don't get up here and tell the truth. She said, you gonna pay me? My name is Abe Jazzyred, and I approve for this business.
Mr. A.S. Evans, he's been inducted into Pritchard Sports Leadership Hall of Fame 2018 for your outstanding leadership dedication for the community service from Pritchard Sports Leadership Hall of Fame, October 6, 2018.
Thank you for the 8 Mile Parade.
Can I please ask the Rizal man to come up here, please? Sing. On behalf of the
We can't hear you.
He didn't know anything about this. But I told Thomas Singer, and it's true, and I could probably get a lot of aliens behind this, that although I was the one being inducted, I couldn't be inducted without him being hard. Because everything we have done was done by the two of us. Anything I did, he backed me in. Anything he did, I backed him in. When he was coaching baseball for those 13 years, I was right out there with him, being a coach too. Kids are our heart. The community is our heart. And we need more people like him that don't mind sharing their time with others. Don't mind getting up, going and get the kids, whether the parents bring them or not to practice. We coached ball for 13 years. We had 4 different teams up at 8 Mile. And it was him, myself, and my nephew coaching 4 teams. And we did this for 13 years. We picked the kids up because a lot of the parents wasn't in their life. We picked them up for practice. We turned around and took them home. We picked them up for the games. We took them home. If they didn't have uniforms, if we didn't get Mr. Woods to help donate to buy Mr. McMillan from McMillan Barbecue, then we footed the bill ourselves. No child did not play because they didn't have the funds. We made a way. I even went as far, him and I, as buying a van because we was taking so many trips in the truck, S10, to pick the kids up. I said, baby, we got to do something different. We went and bought a van to have enough room to pick all the kids up. This is what we need in this day and in this time. We need people that's willing to go a mile. It takes an army, it takes a village to raise the kids.
Bear with me, I'm a little nervous. I was just told that I was doing this. I'm honored to do it, but of course I was just told I was doing this. But again, I am extremely proud of my husband, all of his accomplishments, and especially what all he does at Blount High School. Because he, every other day, calm a raging sea with the children, the parents, and everything, and everyone that he deals with. I'm in public school also, but I'm in a magnet school, so he tells me here that you're not doing nothing. And compared to him, I'm probably not doing a lot. But we love our kids, we love the students that we deal with, and we appreciate everything and everyone that we deal with. About my husband, Jerome was born February the 9th, 1969. Educated at Murphy High School. He was a grad in 1987. 1991, graduated from Tulane University with his BA in Communication. 2003, grad of University of New Orleans with his Master's in Education, with Special Education and Education in Administration. His career started in 1993 to 1997 at Bell South Advertising and Public Communication and Sales. And if you ever talk to my husband, you already know he has an act to persuade you. That's how you got me. So he's very good with the gift of gab. Okay, he was a teacher, special education, athletic director, head football coach, assistant principal, and principal. In 2005 to president in Mobile County Public School System, assistant principal and principal of Mobile County Training School, and principal presently at Blount High School. Jerome grew up in Mobile, Alabama, but cut his teeth in education and world in New Orleans. He was a principal at Joseph S. Clark at the time of Hurricane Katrina and relocated back home. He began his career with the Mobile County Public School System as an intern at Blount High School. He became a principal at Mobile County in 2006 and principal of Blount High School in 2009. Jerome believes the concept of the look, the feel, and the act. Jerome thinks that all schools should offer safe and nurturing learning environment. Jerome feels that all students should have equal access to schools, supplies, and facilities. His short-term goal is including securing funding to better the athletic facilities at Blount. Jerome's long-term goal includes securing a doctorate in education and moving to central office. Ms. Brigger, you heard that? Okay. His family, myself, Tamara Woods. He has an older daughter, Kirsten, who's 23, a younger daughter, Kennedy Rose, who's 9, and of course our son, Collins, who's 18, who's at freshman at the Naval Academy. He played today, y'all. Okay. At this time, I would like to present to you my better half, my friend, my everything, my husband, Jerome Woods.
Good evening, y'all. Kind of nervous. Not very often that you get to speak with all of your bosses in the room. I have my superintendent, Mr. Threadgill. I have my school board member, Dr. Crenshaw, and y'all just heard my real boss. First I'd like to thank the committee for selecting me. Not sure if I deserve to be on the stage with such a great group of people, with a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of years, but certainly appreciative that you would think of me. A young man, like my wife said, who grew up in Maysville, product of the public school system. Public school system does work, you guys. Who at one time became homeless, and then, like Dr. Crenshaw said, look at what God did for me, look where He put me. Brought me back home, and since I've been home, always in Pritchard. So having a great time. Listen, I have the best job in Mobile County. I get to go to work every day and make a difference in the lives of the young people in Pritchard. For the last 10 years, we've been at Blount High School, and I say we because I do believe that everybody there works with me. I know Mr. King was one of my administrators, but I never look at people as my administrator, my teacher. We all work together. That's right. So in the last 10 years, graduating over 2,000 kids in the city of Pritchard. And we often hear a lot of bad stuff that comes out of Pritchard. I know Dr. Crenshaw and I always have conversations where people say nothing good will come out of Pritchard. And I'm here to tell you, 2,000 kids. City Councilman Martin's son, one of them. My son. I brought my own son to my school because I knew we were making a difference and how good it would be. They said nothing good would come. My son's at the United States Naval Academy. He's not the only kid from at the Naval Academy. We got 2. And kids all over the country, doctors, lawyers, high school administrators. So again, I feel like I have the best job in the world because I get to make decisions that determine what's going to happen with those young people, how they're going to end up, that they graduate, that they become college and career ready, that they move on, that they can come back and make a difference in our city. So I want to say I appreciate the honor. It's a super honor to be inducted into anything, but to be inducted into the Pritchard Sports and Leadership is a great honor for me, and I thank you guys for your time.
Love you, Mr. Wood.
For your leadership, dedication, and outstanding community service from Pritchard Sports Leadership Hall of Fame.
Jazzyred Talk Show. This is Miss Bessie Smith. In 1920, she played in Crazy Blues. I want my viewers and the kids to look her up. Miss Bessie Smith, 1920, Crazy Blues, a legacy. This is a young picture of Louis Armstrong, 1920. Louis Armstrong played the trumpet. I want you all to be looking this up. Y'all check him out. Louis Armstrong, a young picture of him in 1920. Duke Ellington, the young Duke Ellington, 1930s. And he came to Mobile in the 1930s. He made a visit. Y'all gonna need to look this man up. Duke Ellington. Isn't he a handsome young man? 1930s. Band director. Florence Mills. Entertainer. 1922. Florence Mills. I want you to look her up. Florence Mills. You have internet now. You have old books that you can pull up. Florence Mills. I'm going to want you to look her up. And as I can see, in 1927 she died. It was over 150,000 people watching her funeral reception. Florence Mills. Jazz is going to do one more. Yeah, I know I couldn't leave my main girl out. Josephine Baker, 1924. This is a picture of her in 1924. She played in Chocolate Dandies, 1924. Look at her outfit, 1924. Chocolate Dandies. 1925, she went to Paris, and the rest is history. Look up Josephine Baker. I hope you've learned something from these pictures. Dig them up. Pull them up on the internet, young people. And our older people, history won't go as long as we keep it alive. Jazzyred Talk Show. Peace out.
Y'all ready for that feel-good music?
Every hair grown from the bone might rock it short, but every grain gon' be her own. No masquerades, cause she ain't got nothing to hide. Body like fire, but the beauty's on the inside. No second guessing, she knows just what she wants. She knows, won't see her stressing, cause she ain't trying to put up no front. If I seem under the influence, then it is what it is. She gives me juice by the way she keeps it real with me. Ain't nothing phony about you, girl, you're the truth. Yeah, nothing but the truth. And you go straight to my head like a bottle of Absolute. You're the real deal, baby. Ain't nothing phony about you, girl, you're the truth. Ain't nothing phony about you. And you go straight to my head like a bottle of Absolute. You go to my head. She ain't no player, but she knows the game. I can't come half-stepping, cause she sent me on my way. I ain't about to let her go, cause she keeps me in line. She ain't holding back, she gon' say what's on her mind. I like a conversation, I'm into every word, so intoxicating, flying higher than the birds. And if I seem a little tipsy, leaning like I'm not the